So recently I've been kind of struggling to fall asleep, right? And trust me, this is relevant to the story today. I didn't know really how to go to sleep. I tried different strategies, watching rain videos, listening to complete darkness. That's actually a thing on YouTube, by the way. There's a video that's just 10 hours of complete darkness. I don't know why I did that, but it felt like a nightlight for some reason. But the thing that I decided worked for me was podcasts. And there's a lot of different podcasts out there, and I recently stumbled across someone I consider one of the funniest people I've ever seen on YouTube in the podcasting space. See, there's a lot of different podcasters. There's Logan Paul with his thing, which I actually gave a listen to, which is where I stumbled across his guest of the day, which actually has his own podcast named Theo Von.
Look, the bottom line is people are without hair. You see him all the time. Will Smith's husband. He lost it.
Now, no, this video isn't a takedown of Theo Von. You probably read the title, so you know what this is about. This is about someone who had actually done Theo Von wrong. He's hilarious. Theo Von is someone who does touring, he does comedy, and he's this goofball with a country accent who says the dumbest things sometimes, and it makes everyone smile. He never says anything really that controversial. He's just a funny guy, and he makes a lot of really, really good content. In fact, actually, I'm surprised at how goofy he is in front of other, like, podcasters, where when you actually look at his own podcast, he asks some genuinely interesting questions and entertains even the guests he has on the screen. But recently it's come forward that there's actually been someone who's been stealing money from him and has stolen up to $4 million from podcasters in different fields, in different groups.
Sticking in the legal space, I want to talk about something that has been tough for it's. I want to talk about something. Our podcast was defrauded. We were stolen from. We were taken advantage of, a lot of ways to say it. The company that did it is Cast Media, and the man that did it is Colin Thompson. And I'm going to put his picture in here. It's, I don't know exactly how to say this. I'm going to do my best. We're part of a larger group of podcasts that were stolen from, right? We were in total, I've just between talking with folks, there's up to $4 million that I know of that people were taking advantage of. We're in the 6 figures. I know of podcasts that are in the 7 figures. And Colin Thompson, that's his name. I want to say his name so you know it. People get taken advantage of a lot in business, and businesses use tactics and stuff to hide themselves. And they'll use bankruptcy or the threat of this or that, and he may get my money. That's okay. I'm fortunate that I can still have touring and that I can take care of myself. But you fuck with the wrong rat, Colin. I'll tell you that, brother.
Even if you have never consumed Theo Von content before, even if you never sat down and watched one of his podcasts, which even if you haven't, you've probably seen TikTok clips of him or YouTube shorts of him or something, because he's kind of everywhere, because he's just a goofball that everyone wants to post. He's easy content. You can tell that he is not happy about the situation. He's clearly masking his rage. He's definitely just discouraged about it right now, because you have to kind of be careful with what you say and how you get angry, especially when suing is in the possibility, the vicinity, when companies like Cast Media could obviously just completely take him down, since they have all of his money in a gorilla grip right now. Wait, that was a terrible simile. Oh, God. But anyways, I decided to dig into what Cast Media is. Cast Media is a company that they essentially promotes podcasts. It has a lot of them here. Some of them I recognize, things like Submore News, which also is a podcast that started getting popular on TikTok, and a few others that you might recognize down here. They have a lot of different shows. There's Theo Von right here, and other, I'm just going to keep scrolling. If you see one that you know, there's Penn Sunday School, Penn and Teller. That is another really popular one that a lot of people know about. And this company, Cast, has been stealing insane amounts of... Impulsive is on here? That's insane! So, essentially, what they're doing, and what Cast Media has been doing to these brands, is they throw like media deals at them. They throw brand deals at them. Things like Gamersupps, things like Manscaped, things you see in normal YouTuber videos. And they prepare them about a year ahead of time, so a lot of these podcasts can't really back out of them. They need to fulfill a year-long contract, which I assume Theo Von's year-long contract recently ran out, which is why he's able to come forward and complain about this to us. But Cast Media doesn't exactly make itself very well known. I went to its Twitter. It has 170 followers, which my main account has more than that, the one that's banned because I told a scam bot to die. I love Twitter. Anyway, they have only tweeted in 2013, ever. Like, they are not a very public company. They're clearly just here to make money off of people. And even people like Hassan, who also have a podcast called Fear And, which I assume is the one he's referring to in the clip I'm about to show you, has also been approached by Cast Media with promise of receiving money. I'm going to play the clip from Hassan really quickly, and then we'll get right back to it.
And like, it didn't go great because they made us fucking read all these goddamn ads. And then they claimed that we made, like, over the course of our entire fucking experience with Cast, which was like almost a year, they said that we made like a total of $6,000 or something, which I didn't really give a fuck about anyway. And we never got paid until the end of our deal. Okay. And the only thing Will ever got, which they tried to give me as well, was a Rothy shoes, and I was like, I don't fucking want those shoes, man. So Will got paid in shoes technically, and we at the end of it got like, I think $6,000, but like, we did ad reads every fucking episode. Think about that. Every fucking episode. Like, it's nuts. It's
And the fact that he's only received $6,000 from ad reads is genuinely insane to me. His podcast Fear And has 59 episodes, which I assume is the thing he's referring to in the video, because I couldn't find another Hassan podcast across the internet. If there is another one, let me know. But these $6,000 from around maybe 50 episodes, as of them maybe disconnecting from Cast, is insane. To put this into context, when I was a smaller streamer, back when I averaged around like 10, 15 viewers, I did a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Yes, I did one of those. But I did a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship and got 30 people to download the game, and in return, they paid me $725. That was from a single stream playing Raid Shadow Legends and getting only 30 people to download it. Put that into perspective of Hassan reading off ad reads every podcast for many episodes and making only $6,000 is bonkers. That is fucking bonkers. But of course, it's fine. Take a pair of shoes. That'll solve the problem. You have a pair of kicks. It's like Twitch sending Kai those shoes after Kick sent them shoes as well. What is it with giving shoes as a payment? It's so weird. And the reason that Theo Von's coming forward with this, I assume, as well, is because recently Cast Media got bought out by Podcast One. He posted about it here. Podcast One is a bigger, overarching company who actually bought out Cast Media, but instead of having them get Theo to join their company and pay him properly, what he says in the video is actually that they were going to get him to join the company with promise of giving him stock value, which he theorizes is actually him being in their company would raise their stock value and they would just give him that, which is not paying him. That's just giving him the money that he's already owed. But they'd also make him still under the guise of Colin Thompson, the man who had already stolen tons of money from this guy. It's disgusting. This company is actually abhorrent. And to put this into perspective of how disgusting people like Colin Thompson are, Theo actually also talked about in the video that Colin had gotten them into meetings with planning and preparing their podcast with people who've worked with Harvey Weinstein. You know, the movie director who had assaulted many of his actresses. Yeah, his co-workers have been working with Theo Von because of people like Colin Thompson. This man is genuinely evil. And sometimes I get bored, right? I get bored and I scroll through comment sections on Twitter and just read what people have to say about certain things. If you go to Podcast One's recent tweet, all the comments are people calling it a scam company and that it's evil and they want it to explode, and that CoffeeZilla is going to be coming for him, which is actually the next thing I was going to say. There's my segue. Thanks, Twitter. CoffeeZilla recently came forward and said, I'm investigating Colin Thompson, Cast Media, and Podcast One. If you've been scammed, defrauded, or not paid, let's talk. CoffeeZilla is a very successful YouTuber who's done a lot of scam revelations. Things like talking about SBF, which was a huge crypto scam that happened a long time ago. He actually aided in that guy going to prison. This guy could get Colin Thompson put in jail, alongside other people who work with Cast Media and Podcast One. This seems like the opening, the possibility to a wonderful ending to this absolutely terrible story. And another thing that makes it kind of fun is Colin Thompson, his Twitter account is now private, I assume because he started getting bullied so heavily because of this terrible things that he had done. So maybe we are just going to see a great ending from this. But I wanted to come forward and talk about it because the more people hating on Colin Thompson, this man, this absolutely evil man, just to put it into perspective, throughout Theo Von's video, every time he says Colin's name, he puts up a different picture of his face on the screen. He wants this man to be known. He wants this man to be attacked. And with that being said, I genuinely hope that Coffee does bring this guy down. This is a terrible person, and any label that takes advantage of content creators, because he is far from the only one. There are many different labels out there who do this type of thing. A good example of it is Machinima. Machinima did the exact same thing a long time ago and has now suffered the price. It's gone. It's been obliterated off the face of the earth. But it's great to see a possible good ending from this. I hope to see Cast Media fall. I hope to see Podcast One suffer from this. But that's about all I can talk about right now. I literally actually took notes for this video. Like, I wrote down notes. I planned this one. I love doing all this stuff. I love covering interesting topics for you guys, and I hope you guys learned something. I'm sorry this wasn't a very jokey video. I just really wanted to get this information out there. Let me know if this is less entertaining because there's less jokes, or if you just find it interesting because it is just informational content. But whatever. I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to give you guys a song of the day, which is another Post Malone song. This is a very vibey, slow one if you want to give it a listen. It's called Feeling Whitney. I love this song. I don't know if I've already put this one up before, but I don't think I have, but I do genuinely love it. But I am going to wrap the video here. Don't forget to subscribe. I genuinely appreciate it. If you're new to the community, if you're new to the videos, I talk about things every day. I usually am a little more jokey, but this stuff pissed me off, and so I ran upstairs. I got changed out of my work clothes. I ran down here and complained about it for 10 minutes. But like the video if you can. Liking helps so much. It helps YouTube think that the video was good, even though it wasn't, and push it to more people, so maybe we can get the community to grow a little bit. I didn't expect to grow as much as I have lately. It's genuinely so amazing seeing it happen, and I hope to see it more, because I like being able to tell you guys about things. Today is, by the way, I want to throw this out here. Today is day 96 of daily uploads. I've uploaded 96 videos in a row so far every day. Actually, more than that, because I had 2 double uploads, so we're at 98 technically, but 96 days into this daily upload grind. But that's neither here nor there. I appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe, like the video, the stuff I've already said. Join the Discord maybe. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and give 'em hell, CoffeeZilla. Give 'em hell.